Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Ortiz Salazar. I'm a PhD student at Claremont Graduate University, and today I'm going to be introducing my lecture series on soil quality, plant growth, and world hunger. So what are we going to cover throughout this series? In the first lecture, we'll talk about the essential nutrients for plant growth. We'll discuss 17 different elements for plant growth and how each of them performs a specific role and how we can identify when they're deficient. In the second lecture, we'll talk about soil quality, how this can be improved and maintained. And we're gonna introduce an aspect of sustainability. We're gonna talk about sustainable practices to manage soil quality. And for the third lecture, we'll talk about differences between organic and mineral fertilizers, which is also related to sustainability and how this can impact the environment. For the fourth and fifth lectures, we're gonna talk about food security. We'll introduce the concept and go over how is the state of world hunger and how this is related to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And we'll focus specifically on the second goal about ending global hunger. Okay, for the first lecture, again, about essential nutrients for plant growth, we'll explore the sources where plants obtain nutrients and how each of those nutrients benefit plants. We'll also discuss some symptoms of deficiencies. Here, for example, we see that when there's some nitrogen and sulfur deficiency, we see older leaves showing a yellow color when it is specifically for sulfur. We're gonna see that the newer plant tissue is gonna show a yellowish color. For magnesium and iron deficiencies, we'll see a symptom that we call interveinal chlorosis. We're gonna see how the veins of the leaves stay like a dark green, but in between those areas we see a yellow or sometimes white color. For lecture 2, we'll discuss how to improve and maintain soil quality and how we can do this sustainably. We're gonna talk about some practices. Some examples of them are maximizing water use efficiency, increasing soil organic matter, and here we will discuss the concept of soil organic matter. But for now, you can understand it as the component of soil that consists of small plant residues and small microorganisms that live in that component of the soil. And another example, we're gonna talk about how to prevent soil contamination. Something else that we'll cover is how or why is sustainable soil management important. We'll discuss this in detail, but something to keep in mind is that soil is a major storehouse for carbon, and this is very important to maintain climate and regulate climate. And another important fact is that it filters and cleans tens of thousands of cubic kilometers of water every year. For lecture 3, we'll discuss differences between organic and mineral fertilizers and how each of them impact the environment. For a brief distinction, we can define organic fertilizers as those that feed the soil, and specifically the soil organic matter, and this in turn feeds the microorganisms, which are going to convert it into nutrients, and these are the nutrients that feed the plants. On the other hand, mineral fertilizers directly feed the plant. For lecture 4, we are going to talk about the concept of food security and what is the state of world hunger in the world. We're going to explore this map. This map, called the Hunger Map, was created by the World Food Program, a United Nations organization. It's going to show us a lot of different visualizations and statistics about world hunger, specifically where in the world we can see the most affected areas, how are they affected by rainfall, vegetation, and we'll see how we can use this information to connect it to our 5th lecture, which is going to talk about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Here we're going to just give a general overview of the goals. but we're gonna focus on the second goal, which aims to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition all over the world, and promote sustainable agriculture. So here is kind of like a summary of all the things that we've learned or that we're gonna learn throughout the lectures. Well, I hope that this overview motivated you to go check out the other lectures. Thank you.